Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we are going to explore one of the most exciting and valuable coin series in American history. We are talking about the top 6 most valuable United States Lincoln Wheat Pennies with different mint marks and different conditions that continue to amaze collectors around the world. Many people have these old pennies hidden inside jars, drawers, piggy banks, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes, without realizing that some examples have sold for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity, mint mark, condition, and unique minting characteristics. If you enjoy rare coins, hidden treasures, and real stories of valuable pocket change, then stay with me until the end, because today's video could help you identify a coin that is worth far more than 1 cent. So let's get started. First up, we are talking about one of the most interesting coins that many people have seen, but very few truly understand. It is the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny, 1 cent, dated 1941, with no mint mark, in fine condition. Many collectors keep searching through old jars of coins, hoping to discover a valuable Lincoln Wheat Penny. Although the 1941 Philadelphia issue is not one of the rarest dates by mintage, it remains an important historical coin and can become much more valuable in exceptional condition or with unusual mint errors. We will explore the complete history of this famous penny, its design, the words found on both sides of the coin, the metal composition, collector demand, rarity, and its current market value in dollars. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most recognized coins in American history. The series began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Before that time, United States coins usually featured symbolic figures instead of real people. The introduction of Abraham Lincoln on the 1 cent coin marked a historic change in American coinage. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose artistic work made the Lincoln cent one of the most admired coins ever produced. From 1909 until 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. Because of this beautiful design, collectors simply call these coins wheat pennies. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced during a fascinating period in American history. The United States was on the edge of entering World War II, and although copper shortages had not yet changed coin production, the nation was preparing for major industrial changes. In 1941, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents without using a mint mark. At that time, Philadelphia coins normally carried no mint mark, so the absence of a letter beneath the date is completely normal and identifies the coin as being struck in Philadelphia. More than 887 million examples were produced, making it one of the highest mintage Lincoln Wheat Pennies of the era. Even though the mintage was very large, millions of these coins entered everyday circulation where they were used for decades. Countless examples became worn, scratched, cleaned, damaged, or even melted over time. As a result, attractive original coins with strong details and natural surfaces are becoming harder to find than many people realize. Collectors especially appreciate coins that still show clear wheat lines, readable lettering, and original brown or red-brown color. Now let us look carefully at the unique features of the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark. On the front of the coin, you will immediately notice the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing toward the right. Above his head appears the famous national motto, "In God We Trust." On the left side of Lincoln is the word liberty. On the right side appears the date 1941. Since this example was struck in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark beneath the date. The lack of a mint mark is one of the easiest ways to identify this variety. Turning the coin over reveals one of the most famous reverse designs in American numismatic history. 2 large wheat ears stand along the left and right edges of the coin. Between the wheat ears are the words 1 cent in large letters. Beneath that appears United States of America. Across the top is the national motto EPLUBUSUNUM, which means out of many, one. This reverse design remained in production until it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, making wheat pennies a favorite collecting series for generations. The material used to produce the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny is another reason these coins remain historically important. The coin was struck from an alloy consisting of approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs about 3.11 grams, measures approximately 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Because it was produced before the wartime steel cents of 1943, the 1941 issue still has the classic bronze appearance that collectors love. One question collectors often ask is whether the 1941 no-mint mark penny is rare. The answer depends entirely on the condition of the coin. In heavily circulated grades, these pennies are common because so many were originally produced. However, finding one with excellent eye appeal, original surfaces, strong detail, or an exceptional certified grade becomes much more difficult. High-grade mint state examples with brilliant original red color can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars because very few survive in such remarkable condition. A fine condition coin occupies an interesting place in the collecting market. In this grade, the coin has clearly circulated, but most major design elements remain visible. Lincoln's portrait still shows moderate detail, the lettering is complete, the date is bold, and the wheat ears on the reverse remain recognizable despite noticeable wear. Fine condition examples are often chosen by collectors who want affordable historic coins without paying premium prices for mint state pieces. Collector demand for Lincoln Wheat Pennies remains strong because this series combines history, affordability, and nostalgia. Many collectors started their hobby by finding wheat pennies in circulation or inheriting them from family members. Completing a full date-and mint collection has become a popular challenge, and every coin helps tell part of the story of American history during the first half of the 20th century. The 1941 no mint mark issue serves as an important representative of the Philadelphia Mint during the years immediately before America's involvement in World War II. Another factor that can increase value is the presence of mint errors or unusual varieties. While ordinary 1941 pennies are common, collectors pay significant premiums for dramatic off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or coins with other genuine minting mistakes. Authentication by respected grading companies is important because valuable errors are frequently imitated. Now let us discuss the current market value in dollars. For a normal 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark in fine condition, the value is generally only a small amount above face value, often around 25 cents to 60 cents, depending on eye appeal and current collector demand. Better preserved extremely fine and about uncirculated examples are worth more, while certified mint state coins can range from only $465,000 for the finest known examples with outstanding color and preservation. Auction records for elite specimens demonstrate how dramatically condition affects value. If you are searching for valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies, never judge a coin only by its date. Examine the condition carefully under good lighting. Look for original surfaces rather than cleaned or polished metal. Check for unusual errors, doubling, or striking abnormalities. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent additional wear. Avoid cleaning old coins because cleaning almost always reduces collector value. If you believe your coin is unusually well preserved or displays a genuine mint error, consider having it professionally authenticated and graded. A certified grade provides confidence for buyers and often increases market interest. One of the greatest lessons in coin collecting is that knowledge creates value. Two coins with the same date can sell for completely different prices because of differences in preservation, originality, color, strike quality, or certification. Experienced collectors spend years learning to recognize these subtle differences, and that knowledge helps them build valuable collections over time. The legendary 1941 United States Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark remains an important piece of American numismatic history. It represents the Philadelphia Mint, carries the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, features the classic wheat ear reverse, and reminds us of a remarkable period just before World War II, changed the nation's coinage forever. While a fine condition example is not extremely rare and usually commands only a modest premium, the coin remains highly collectible because of its historical significance and enduring popularity. Exceptional high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can achieve much stronger prices, proving once again that every old penny deserves a careful look before being overlooked. Next up, the legendary United States Lincoln Wheat Penny, 1 cent 1944, with the D mint mark, is one of the most fascinating coins that collectors continue to search for today. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary old penny that has spent decades passing through countless hands. However, every experienced coin collector knows that some old pennies carry incredible historical importance and can become highly collectible depending on their condition, rarity, and any unusual minting characteristics. If you have ever found a 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny inside an old coin jar, inherited collection, or pocket change, you might be wondering whether you own an ordinary copper cent or a piece of American numismatic history. The history of the legendary 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny begins during one of the most significant periods in American history. World War II had dramatically changed the way the United States Mint produced coins. During 1943, copper was needed for wartime equipment and ammunition, so Lincoln cents were struck using zinc-coated steel instead of the traditional copper alloy. Although the steel pennies helped conserve copper, they were unpopular because they rusted easily and looked similar to dimes. In 1944, as recycled wartime brass and copper became available again, the United States Mint returned to producing copper-colored Lincoln Wheat Pennies. Many of these coins were believed to have been struck using recycled shell case metal from military equipment, making the 1944 issue especially interesting from a historical perspective. The Denver Mint produced the legendary 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, identified by the small letter D located below the date on the front of the coin. More than 430 million examples were struck, making the normal 1944 D a common date in circulated grades. Even though the mintage was large, collectors still enjoy adding attractive examples to their collections because of the coin's connection to World War II and the famous Wheat Cent series that was produced from 1909 through 1958. The front of the coin, also known as the obverse, features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Along the upper edge appears the word "In God We Trust." On the left side is the word "Liberty." The date 1944 appears on the right side, with the small D mint mark just below the date, showing that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Brenner's classic portrait became one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage and remains in use today with modifications. The back of the coin, called the reverse, displays two wheat ears, one on each side, giving the series its popular name, the Wheat Penny. Across the top are the words EPLUBUSUNUM. In the center appears the denomination 1 cent, while below it are the words United States of America. The elegant wheat ears symbolize prosperity and agriculture and make the reverse instantly recognizable to collectors around the world. The 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny measures approximately 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 3.11 grams. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% made up mostly of zinc during this wartime period. The rich reddish-brown appearance is one of the reasons these coins remain attractive to collectors, especially when original mint color survives. One of the reasons collectors carefully inspect every 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is that a few extraordinary varieties exist. While the standard copper issue is common, extremely rare error coins, such as the famous 1944 steel cents or certain repunched mint mark varieties, can be worth $85,000 or even $360,000. A genuine 1944 penny struck on a leftover steel planchet is among the rarest Lincoln cents ever discovered and should always be authenticated by a professional grading service. When discussing circulated condition, it is important to understand that this means the coin has spent years in everyday commerce. The The highest points of Lincoln's hair, cheek, beard, and coat usually show wear. On the reverse, the wheat lines may appear partially worn, while the lettering often remains readable. Even though circulated coins are less valuable than brilliant uncirculated examples, many collectors appreciate them because they represent genuine pieces of American history that traveled through everyday life for decades. Collector demand for the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains strong because Lincoln wheat cents are among the most widely collected United States coin series. Beginners often enjoy searching through old collections looking for wheat pennies, while advanced collectors seek exceptional condition coins, beautiful natural color, or rare mint errors. A circulated example with attractive surfaces and no major damage is generally more desirable than one that has been harshly cleaned, scratched, or corroded. Many people wonder how much a circulated 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is worth in today's market. The answer depends on several important factors, including the amount of wear, eye appeal, originality, and whether the coin has any valuable mint errors. A typical circulated 1944 usually sells for only a small premium over face value, often around 50 cents to $1 in the retail market. Better preserved circulated examples may bring a few dollars, while certified mint state examples with original red color can sell for much higher prices. Exceptional high-grade pieces and rare error varieties can command hundreds, thousands, or even significantly more at major auctions, depending on rarity and certification. The condition of a coin has a tremendous impact on its value. Collectors carefully examine details such as remaining mint luster, original color, strike quality, and the presence of scratches or cleaning. A naturally toned coin with honest circulation often attracts more interest than a cleaned coin because cleaning can permanently damage the original surface. Professional grading services also play an important role since certified coins provide buyers with confidence regarding authenticity and condition. If you own a 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny, avoid cleaning it even if it appears dirty or dark. Many new collectors mistakenly believe cleaning will increase value, but experienced collectors generally prefer coins with untouched original surfaces. Store the coin in a protective holder away from moisture and excessive heat. If you suspect your coin has an unusual error, unusual weight, or magnetic properties, consider having it examined by a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service before making any decisions about selling it. Another useful tip for collectors is to compare your coin with verified examples and study grading photographs. Small differences in wear can significantly affect value. Always pay attention to the mint mark, check for unusual doubling, inspect the lettering, and weigh the coin if you suspect an unusual composition. Learning these basic identification skills can help you avoid mistakes and recognize coins that deserve closer examination. The legendary 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny also reminds us that not every valuable coin is worth a fortune. Many online headlines focus on extraordinary auction records, but those prices usually involve extremely rare errors or superb certified examples. Most circulated 1944 pennies are affordable collector coins, yet they remain meaningful because they represent a remarkable period in American history and continue to inspire new generations of coin collectors. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent 1944 with the D mint mark is a classic American coin with a rich historical background, beautiful wheat ear design, and lasting collector appeal. Its connection to World War II, copper composition, and iconic Abraham Lincoln portrait make it one of the most recognized coins in United States history. While most circulated examples carry modest values, exceptional condition coins and rare error varieties can be worth dramatically more. If you have a 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection, examine it carefully, preserve its original condition, and learn as much as possible before selling or trading it. Next up, we are taking a close look at one of the most interesting classic American coins that continues to attract collectors from around the world. We are talking about the legendary United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent, dated 1946, with the D mint mark in a dark brown rusty color shade. At first glance, this coin may look old, worn, and ordinary, but many collectors know that older Lincoln Wheat Pennies can carry historical importance and collector value depending on their condition, originality, rarity, and any unusual minting characteristics. If you have a 1946 D Wheat Penny hidden inside an old coin jar, family collection, or pocket change, you should inspect it carefully before spending it. While most circulated examples are common, exceptional high-grade, or unusual varieties can bring much stronger prices in the collector market. The history of the 1946 D Lincoln Wheat Penny begins immediately after the end of World War II. America was entering a new era of peace, rebuilding industries, and returning to normal economic life. During this period, the United States Mint resumed producing pennies using the traditional bronze alloy after the unusual wartime changes made earlier in the decade. Millions of pennies were struck to meet the country's growing demand for circulating coinage. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark beneath the date, produced more than 315 million Lincoln Wheat Pennies in 1946. Even though the mintage was large, these coins remain popular because they represent the first full post-war year of American coin production and are an important part of every Lincoln Wheat cent collection. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series itself is one of the most beloved coin collections in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it became the first regular United States circulating coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and remained in production until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. Because of its long production run and rich history, collectors continue searching through old coin jars hopping to discover rare dates, mint marks, and valuable mint errors. One of the features that makes the 1946 D Wheat Penny attractive is its connection to American history. Every scratch, every mark, and every area of wear tells the story of a coin that may have passed through thousands of hands over nearly 80 years. A dark brown rusty appearance often develops naturally as copper reacts with the environment over decades. Many circulated wheat pennies display this deep brown color because of oxidation and long circulation. While collectors generally pay the highest premiums for original bright red uncirculated coins, naturally toned brown examples are still collected, especially when they retain strong design details and have not been harshly cleaned. Now let us look closely at the front of the coin. The obverse features the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Along the upper edge appears the famous national motto, "In God We Trust." On the left side of Lincoln's portrait is the word liberty. To the right is the date 1946, and directly below the date is the small D mint mark indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Near the lower edge, you can also notice the initials of the designer, although on circulated coins, these may be difficult to see because of wear. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, you will immediately recognize the classic wheat ears design. Two wheat stalks stand along the left and right edges, giving the coin its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. Across the top appears the motto EPLUBUSUNUM. In the center are the bold words 1 cent, followed beneath by United States of America. The wheat ears symbolize prosperity, agriculture, and the strength of the nation. This elegant reverse design remained unchanged for nearly 50 years and is still considered one of the most iconic coin designs ever issued by the United States Mint. The material of the 1946 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is another reason collectors appreciate it. After the temporary steel cents produced during World War II, the mint returned to the traditional bronze composition consisting of approximately 95% copper and 5% zinc. The coin weighs about 3.11 grams and has a diameter of approximately 19 millimeters. Because of its high copper content, these pennies often develop beautiful natural color variations, ranging from bright red to reddish brown, and finally deep brown after decades of circulation and storage. When discussing rarity, it is important to separate rarity from condition. The 1946 Wheat Penny is not considered a rare date because hundreds of millions were produced. However, finding one today in outstanding original mint state condition is much more difficult. Collectors compete for coins that retain full mint luster, sharp strike quality, and original surfaces. A dark brown rusty circulated coin is generally easier to locate, but if it has attractive natural tunning, minimal damage, and strong details, it can still be desirable to collectors building complete wheat penny albums. Exceptional era coins or unusually preserved examples are much scarcer and may command significant premiums. Collector demand depends heavily on eye appeal. Many experienced collectors prefer coins that have aged naturally rather than those that have been polished or cleaned. Cleaning often removes the original surface and can reduce collector value. A naturally dark brown coin with even color, visible wheat lines, readable lettering, and clear facial details on Lincoln can still be an attractive addition to a collection. Collectors also examine the strength of the strike, the sharpness of the lettering, the rims, and whether any unusual mint errors are present. Now let us talk about the current auction market and dollar value. Most circulated 1946 wheat pennies with a dark brown appearance are generally worth only a small premium above face value, often ranging from $170,000 depending on condition. Better preserved examples can sell for several dollars, while certified mint state coins may reach $538,000 depending on their grade and color designation. Truly exceptional examples with top professional grades or rare mint errors have sold for much higher prices at auction. This demonstrates why every old wheat penny deserves careful examination before being dismissed as an ordinary 1-cent coin. Collectors should remember that the biggest factors influencing value are originality, condition, rarity, eye appeal, and professional certification. Even two coins from the same year and mint can have dramatically different prices because one may have stronger details, better color, or fewer marks than the other. Coins that receive high grades from respected grading services often bring much stronger prices because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. If you own a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, there are several smart collecting habits to follow. Always hold the coin by its edges to avoid fingerprints. Store it in a protective coin holder or capsule to prevent further environmental damage. Never clean the surface because cleaning usually reduces collector interest and value. Compare your coin carefully with certified examples to evaluate its condition, and if you believe it has an unusual error or exceptionally high grade, consider having it professionally authenticated before offering it for sale. Searching for Lincoln wheat pennies can be an exciting hobby because every coin tells a piece of American history. Many collectors enjoy searching old coin rolls, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten coin jars. While most 1946 pennies are common circulated coins, the thrill comes from finding one with outstanding preservation, beautiful original surfaces, or a valuable minting error that others may have overlooked. The legendary 1946 Lincoln wheat penny reminds us that history can fit into the palm of your hand. Its connection to the post-World War II era, its beautiful wheat ears design, its traditional bronze composition, and its lasting popularity among collectors make it an important part of American numismatic history. Although a dark brown rusty circulated example is usually not a millionaire coin, condition, originality, and rare mint characteristics can greatly influence its value. Always inspect old coins carefully, learn about mint marks and grading, and remember that knowledge is one of the most valuable tools any collector can own. Next up, we are taking a close look at the United States Lincoln wheat penny 1 cent, dated 1953, with the famous S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint. This classic American coin has fascinated collectors for decades because of its rich history, beautiful wheat ear design, and connection to one of the most popular coin series ever produced in the United States. While many circulated 1953 Lincoln wheat pennies are common, exceptional examples unusual varieties, or coins with strong eye appeal continue to attract collector interest. We will explore the history of the coin, its unique design, the words found on both sides, the metal composition, collector demand, current market value, and useful tips that every collector should know before buying or selling one. The history of the Lincoln Wheat Penny began in 1909 when the United States Mint celebrated the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Before that year, American circulating coins usually featured symbolic figures instead of real historical people. The Lincoln cent changed that tradition forever by placing the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on a circulating United States coin. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose artwork became one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. The wheat reverse remained in production from 1909 through 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1953 S-cent was struck during the final years of the Wheat Penny series, making it an important piece for collectors who enjoy completing full-date and mint-mark collections. The 1953 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced at the San Francisco Mint, identified by the small letter S located below the date on the front of the coin. More than 181 million examples were minted, meaning it is not considered a key-date rarity by mintage alone. However, millions of these coins entered circulation and experienced decades of wear, leaving fewer attractive high-grade survivors. Collectors today often search for coins with sharp details, attractive color, and minimal damage, even when they have circulated. As a result, condition plays a major role in determining value. Looking at the front of the coin, collectors immediately notice the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head appears the national motto, "In God We Trust." To the left of Lincoln is the word liberty. On the right side appears the date 1953 with the small S mint mark below it, indicating production at the San Francisco Mint. These simple yet elegant inscriptions have become iconic among American coin collectors and are instantly recognizable throughout the world. The reverse side is equally famous. Two wheat ears curve gracefully along the left and right sides of the design, giving the coin its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. Between the wheat stalks appear the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words is the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This reverse design represents America's agricultural heritage and remains one of the most admired designs ever used on a United States 1 cent coin. The material used for the 1953 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny is another reason collectors appreciate this coin. It was struck from an alloy consisting of approximately 95% copper, with the remaining 5% made up of tin and zinc. The coin weighs about 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. Because of its high copper content, many examples develop attractive brown, red-brown, or even original red surfaces over time, depending on how they have been stored. Collectors often pay more for coins that retain vibrant original color and attractive surfaces. One of the reasons the Lincoln Wheat Penny series remains so popular is that it combines history, affordability, and the excitement of discovering valuable varieties. Even though the 1953 S issue itself is generally available, collectors continue searching through old collections and coin jars because exceptional condition, original color, or unusual mint errors can dramatically increase desirability. Registry set collectors especially compete for superb mint state examples with outstanding eye appeal, making the highest quality pieces significantly more valuable than ordinary circulated coins. If your 1953 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny is in circulated condition, its value usually depends on the amount of remaining detail and overall appearance. Coins showing heavy wear generally trade for only a few cents above face value, while nicer circulated examples in fine, very fine, or extremely fine condition can command somewhat higher prices. Ordinary circulated examples are collectible because they are part of the historic Wheat Penny series, but they are not considered major rarities by themselves. Higher-grade certified coins with original surfaces can be worth substantially more than worn pieces. Today's action market for coins is influenced by collector demand, certified grading, auction results, and overall eye appeal. A typical circulated 1953 wheat penny often sells for only a few cents to well under $126,000 depending on condition, while attractive uncirculated certified examples can bring several dollars or considerably more in premium grades. Coins with verified mint errors or exceptionally high certified grades may achieve much stronger prices at auction because they are far scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces. It is important not to assume that every 1953 penny is worth $250,000 simply because it is old. The actual value depends on authenticity, condition, rarity, and collector demand. Collectors should also remember that originality matters. Cleaning a coin may seem like a good idea, but it often reduces collector value because experienced buyers prefer natural surfaces. Even a circulated coin with honest wear is generally more desirable than one that has been polished or altered. When examining a 1953 wheat penny, look carefully at the lettering, Lincoln's portrait, the wheat ears, and the mint mark. Strong detail, even color, and minimal damage usually make a coin more appealing to collectors. If you believe your coin looks unusually sharp or has a possible mint error, consider having it examined by a knowledgeable coin dealer or submitting it to a professional grading service. Professional authentication can provide confidence to both buyers and sellers and is especially worthwhile if a coin appears to be in exceptionally high condition or displays an unusual variety. Building a collection of Lincoln wheat pennies can be an enjoyable and educational hobby. Many collectors try to assemble every date and mint mark from 1909 through 1958, while others focus on finding the highest quality examples they can afford. The 1953 coin is an important part of that historic series because it represents one of the final San Francisco wheat cents before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Its historical connection and classic appearance ensure that it remains popular among collectors of all experience levels. As we reach the end of today's video, remember that the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny is a wonderful piece of American numismatic history. Although most circulated examples have modest values, they remain highly collectible because of their historical significance, beautiful wheat reverse, and connection to Abraham Lincoln. Always examine your old pennies carefully, avoid cleaning them, learn the grading standards, and stay informed about current market prices. You never know when an attractive high-grade coin or an unusual variety could become a prized addition to your collection. Next up, we are talking about one of the most recognized coins in American history, the legendary 1940 United States Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark. At first glance, this small 1-cent coin may look like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but every old coin has a story waiting to be discovered. Many collectors search through old jars, family collections, and estate sales hoping to find a beautiful 1940 wheat penny. While this date is not among the rarest Lincoln cents, it remains a popular collectible because of its historical significance, classic wheat cent design, and strong demand from beginners and experienced collectors alike. We will explore the history of this coin, its unique features, the inscriptions on the front and back, the material used to produce it, its collector demand, its current market value, and some useful tips that can help you determine whether your coin deserves a place in your collection. The history of the Lincoln wheat penny began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first regular circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, and the wheat penny design continued until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The 1940 issue was produced during a period when the United States was recovering from the Great Depression and before the country entered World War II. Millions of Americans carried these pennies in their pockets every day, using them to buy newspapers, candy, and other everyday items. Today, each surviving 1940 wheat penny represents a small but meaningful piece of American history. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 586.8 million examples in 1940, and coins from this mint do not display a mint mark. One of the most interesting features of the 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny is its classic appearance. On the front of the coin is a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln. His detailed profile has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The absence of a mint mark beneath the date indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was standard practice for Philadelphia cents of that era. Collectors appreciate the clean design and the connection it has with one of America's most respected presidents. Although millions were produced, finding attractive examples with even brown color, strong detail, and minimal damage remains rewarding for collectors. Looking closely at the front of the coin, you will see several important inscriptions. At the top appears the word liberty, representing one of the founding principles of the United States. The date 1940 is displayed prominently, allowing collectors to identify the year of issue. Above Lincoln's portrait is the famous national motto, "In God We Trust." Since this coin has no mint mark, there is no letter beneath the date, confirming it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint rather than Denver or San Francisco. These inscriptions are important because collectors examine them carefully for clarity, wear, and possible minting errors. The reverse of the 1940 wheat penny is equally famous. Two elegant wheat ears frame the design on the left and right sides, giving the series its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. At the top of the reverse appears EPLUBUSUNUM, the traditional Latin motto meaning out of many, one. Across the center is 1 cent, the coin's denomination, followed by United States of America underneath. The wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and the nation's agricultural heritage. This reverse design remained in use for nearly 50 years and is considered one of the most iconic designs in United States coin history. The material used to manufacture the 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny also adds to its historical appeal. The coin is made from a bronze alloy consisting of approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs about 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. This bronze composition gives the coin its warm reddish-brown appearance when new, although many circulated examples have developed brown or chocolate-colored surfaces after decades of use. Bronze coins from this period are admired for their durability and attractive agging process. When discussing rarity, it is important to separate historical interest from true scarcity. The 1940 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny is a common date because hundreds of millions were produced. However, coins preserved in exceptionally high grades with original red color are much scarcer than heavily circulated pieces. A fine condition coin still displays moderate wear while retaining many important design details, making it an appealing and affordable collectible. Collectors often seek original, problem-free examples that have not been cleaned or damaged. Coins with attractive natural surfaces usually receive stronger interest than coins with scratches, corrosion, or artificial cleaning. Truly rare examples are generally those in superb mint state grades or with significant mint errors rather than ordinary circulated pieces. Collector demand for the 1940 wheat penny remains steady because it is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series. Many hobbyists build complete date-and mint collections, while beginners often purchase affordable circulated examples to start their collections. Demand also comes from history enthusiasts who appreciate coins from the years immediately before World War II. Even though this date is not considered scarce, it continues to enjoy consistent popularity because it is an essential part of the complete Wheat Penny series. Now let's discuss the current market value. For a normal 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark in fine circulated condition, the market value is generally only a few cents to around 50 cents, depending on eye appeal and the specific market. Better preserved extremely fine and about uncirculated examples bring higher prices, while certified mint state coins with full original red color can sell for significantly more. Exceptional gem quality examples have realized $678,000 at auction because of their outstanding preservation and strong collector competition. The most valuable pieces are those with remarkable grades or unusual minting errors rather than ordinary circulated examples. Always remember that auction results depend on certification, condition, color designation, rarity, and buyer demand at the time of sale. If you own a 1940 wheat penny, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Never clean the coin, because cleaning usually reduces collector value. Hold the coin only by its edges to avoid fingerprints and surface damage. Store it in a protective holder or coin flip to preserve its condition. Carefully examine the coin under good lighting to check for unusual errors, strong details, or remaining original red color. If you believe your coin is an exceptionally high-grade example or has a rare mint error, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service. Professional grading can increase buyer confidence and help establish an accurate market value. As you continue searching through old coin collections, remember that every Lincoln wheat penny has a story to tell. The 1940 no mint mark cent reminds us of a fascinating period in American history and represents an important chapter in one of the longest-running coin series ever produced by the United States Mint. While most examples in fine condition are affordable rather than rare, they remain treasured collectibles because of their historical significance, beautiful design, and enduring popularity among coin enthusiasts. Sometimes the greatest value of a coin is not measured only in dollars, but also in the history it carries from one generation to the next. Next up, we are taking a closer look at the United States Lincoln wheat penny 1 cent, dated 1950 with no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Even though most circulated examples are not considered rare by professional numismatists because hundreds of millions were produced, attractive, well-preserved examples and coins with unusual errors can still attract collector interest. We will explore the history, unique design, materials, front and back inscriptions, collector demand, market value, and helpful collecting tips so you can better understand whether your 1950 wheat penny deserves a closer inspection. The Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most famous coins in American history. It first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Before this design, United States coins rarely featured real historical figures. The Lincoln cent changed that tradition forever and became one of the most recognized coins in the world. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB appear on the coin. From 1909 through 1958, the reverse displayed 2 wheat ears, giving the coin its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. In 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design, making every wheat penny part of an important chapter in American coin history. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that year, Philadelphia struck more than 272 million Lincoln cents without mint marks. Because of this large production, the date itself is generally considered common. However, collectors still enjoy assembling complete wheat penny collections, and every date and mint combination has its place in those collections. Older coins in excellent condition always attract more attention than heavily worn examples. One of the reasons collectors continue searching for the 1950 wheat penny is its classic design. The coin represents an important period in United States history and reflects the craftsmanship of mid-20th century coinage. Every genuine 1950 Philadelphia cent has no mint mark below the date. If you see the date 1950 and there is no letter beneath it, the coin was struck in Philadelphia. This is completely normal and should not be mistaken for a missing mint mark error. Now let us carefully examine the front of the coin. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Above Lincoln's head are the words "In God We Trust." On the left side appears the word "Liberty." On the right side is the date 1950. Since this example was struck in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark below the date. The portrait is simple, elegant, and instantly recognizable, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. Turning the coin over, the reverse features two wheat stalks, one on each side of the design. Across the top appears the motto EPLUBUSUNUM. In the center, large letters read 1 cent. Directly below is United States of America. The wheat ears symbolize prosperity and agriculture, giving the coin its famous wheat penny nickname. This reverse design remained in use for nearly 50 years and remains one of the most beloved American coin designs among collectors today. The material used in the 1950 wheat penny is another important feature. The coin was struck using a bronze alloy consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures about 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Because of its high copper content, many collectors appreciate these earlier cents, especially compared with modern pennies that use different metallic compositions. When discussing rarity, it is important to separate true rarity from collector popularity. The standard 1950 Philadelphia wheat penny is not considered a key-date rarity because of its high mintage. However, circulated examples are still collected as part of complete wheat penny sets, while exceptionally well-preserved uncirculated coins, attractive original red examples, and genuine mint-era coins can command much stronger prices. The overall condition of the coin plays one of the biggest roles in determining value. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A circulated coin has spent time in everyday commerce and usually shows wear on Lincoln's hair, cheek, ear, coat, and the wheat lines on the reverse. A lightly circulated coin that still retains sharp details will generally be more desirable than a heavily worn example. Coins with original color, smooth surfaces, and minimal scratches are especially attractive to collectors. Professional grading services also evaluate color on copper coins, with bright red examples usually bringing higher prices than brown pieces in similar grades. Many new collectors ask whether a circulated 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark is worth $482,000. The answer depends entirely on the specific coin. Most ordinary circulated examples typically trade for only a few cents above face value, while better preserved circulated coins may bring modest premiums. Uncirculated examples with strong eye appeal are worth considerably more, and certified high-grade coins or genuine mint errors can sell for significantly higher amounts in the collector market. Buyers always pay according to authenticity, condition, rarity, and demand. Auction prices can vary dramatically because every coin is different. Two coins with the same date may sell for completely different prices depending on their preservation. Collectors carefully inspect the strike quality, original surfaces, color, and any signs of cleaning or damage before deciding how much they are willing to pay. This is why professional grading has become such an important part of the modern coin market. A certified coin provides buyers with greater confidence regarding authenticity and condition. If you own a 1950 wheat penny, examine it carefully under good lighting. Check whether the coin has unusual doubling, off-center striking, die cracks, or other genuine mint errors. While ordinary Philadelphia cents are common, authentic mint-era coins can be much more desirable. Never clean your coin because cleaning usually reduces collector value. Even if a coin looks dirty or dark, its original surface is generally preferred by experienced collectors. Store your coin in a protective holder to prevent further wear and environmental damage. Collectors should also compare their coins with certified examples, and if they believe they have an exceptional specimen or a possible error, consider professional authentication. Services such as PCGS or NGC can help verify authenticity and assign an official grade, making it easier to establish market value and attract serious buyers. A professional opinion can make a significant difference when dealing with potentially valuable coins. The Lincoln wheat penny remains one of the most collected coins in the United States because it combines history, beautiful design, affordability, and nostalgia. Millions of people began their coin-collecting journey by finding a wheat penny in circulation or inside an old family coin jar. Even common dates continue to inspire new collectors to learn about American history and numismatics. That lasting popularity helps keep demand strong for attractive examples across the entire Wheat Penny series. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent, dated 1950, without a mint mark, is an important historical coin from the Philadelphia Mint. Although most circulated examples are common rather than super rare, they remain popular with collectors because they are part of the classic Wheat Penny series. Their value depends mainly on condition, eye appeal, originality, and whether they display any genuine mint errors. If you discover one in your collection, take a close look before spending it. You may have an interesting collectible with historical significance, and an exceptionally preserved or unusual example could be worth much more than ordinary pocket change. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more valuable United States coins, rare wheat pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and hidden treasures that could be worth surprising amounts of money, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next coin collecting adventure. Happy collecting, and good luck searching through your pocket change.